Picked up another truck on a trade. This is a 2002 Dodge Dakota. It's got some engine problems. I already kind of been diagnosing it, trying to figure out what's wrong. The guy said that timing had jumped and it needed new chain guides. I did a little diagnosing and I don't think that's the problem. Cylinders 1 and 2, the spark plug tips fell out. They went through the engine. The pistons are dinged up. I don't know what the head looks like. I don't know what the valves look like. On top of that, cylinders 1, 2, 3, and 4 do not have any compression. I did a compression test, nothing. So I gotta pull the heads off, see how bad the damage is, see what I gotta replace. Some of the brake lines were rotted out. I already worked on replacing those. The front wheel had a leak. And then the one back line on the brake boost thing, that I had to replace. So I put a new line underneath. It's a small truck, so it's hard to get underneath. But truck is out of Illinois. It's got some rust up front, both sides, under that V8 emblem. Both doors, no, actually, all 4 doors are pretty much rust free. So even if I didn't get it running, I could part it out and get my money back out of it probably. Interior is clean, has a couple random switches. I don't know if you can see that. It's got a couple random switches that don't do anything. Very nice carpet headliner. That's actually not terrible. Seats don't have any rips in it. It's around 160,000 miles on it. Bed's got some rust. Wheel wells are starting. But it's pretty clean for being an 02. I think my truck was a little bit more rusty on the frame. This is more rusty on the body. But tires are like new. They got about 1,000 miles on them. So the seller says, I don't know. But this is my winter project that I get to work on. So I've got to take all this off and then keep you guys updated on what all it needs and what all gets done. Well, it's now nighttime. I got a little bit of progress done. As you can see, all the parts. I got the heads off. This is pretty much what's left of the engine. Probably hard to see. So all of my diagnosing kind of was right, but kind of was wrong. What I thought it was wrong, but figured out finally what it was. Timing chain guides, they're all good. Chain's tight. So I found, no, I don't have any more. In the intake, that thing there's a bunch of metal chunks. I don't know what they were from, I don't know nothing, but they went through the engine, and yeah, they wore the piston down right to the oil ring on this. This is cylinder number 1. So as you can see, probably hard to see, but there's the oil ring right down in there. Cylinder 3 has the same thing, worn down the piston ring. Cylinder number 2, it's also the same problem as well as cylinder 4. So those 4 pistons are going to get replaced. I don't know if I'm going to do all 8 or not. I might, but I don't know yet. So I gotta pull the engine out. I'm gonna take it off the transmission and just pull the engine out. I'm gonna leave the trans in. But yeah, I got parts all over the place. I don't think anything else was broken that I know of, but coming around the back, I got the heads back here. These are both of the heads. This is cylinder number 1. This is the driver's side. And yeah, you probably see it better. Chewed up, all that, and all that. Same thing with this head. Flip that. Ouch. All this is chewed up, and all this is chewed up. This is a little bit chewed up there. All the valve seats are fine. I did not see any leaks when I shone on them with the lights. Right now it's in time, so a couple of these will be open. Same with this. This one is starting to open. That's why I could see light through it when I showed them flashlight. But can't see anything in that one, or that one. Could see a little bit through that one, but that one's open. Can't see anything through that one, or that one. So it's kind of an easier way to check to see if they're sealing, see if you can see light through them. But somebody's been into the engine, because these are pretty fresh head gaskets. They do not look like they have much use to them. But I don't want to reuse them. If this was a 4-wheeler or something, I probably would. But yeah, I didn't get much video of tearing it apart because my friend was over and he helped me get this all apart. So yeah, oil smelled really bad like fuel, because it would inject the fuel, but because it couldn't burn it, it would just go straight through the piston into the block. So due to that, I believe it got overfilled. It ran through the breather tube and into the intake. A bunch of junk poured out of the intake as well. Some of that is from that, but yeah, that's kind of what I figured out. I thought I had seen it all until I seen this. So that's another crazy, wacko thingamabob that can happen to engines. That's why you gotta be careful with what goes through your engine, otherwise this can happen. So clean up, make sure everything's clean before you put it together. I don't know where the chunks came from, I don't know nothing. All I know is that it cost me 4 pistons. So yeah, I think that's gonna be all for right now for this video. So yeah, stay tuned for some other video of putting it together.